have a longer time to think about this. But girls have a time span, like 2 months, 3 months. If you're not getting married, let's forget. Let me go and find another man. My clock is ticking. My time is ticking.
What do you guys think?
I just don't like wasting time. Like, if I'm into you and I'm telling you I'm into you, then that's it. If I'm not into you, then I don't need to wait 6 months down the line to tell you I'm not into you. No.
If you're on the phone 6 hours a day talking to you, well, I know definitely know the way. I have a question for the guys.
Wait. You know, the goal is marriage, right?
Yeah.
Marriage is supposed to be
for most, I guess.
I mean, yeah, okay. Well, in this conversation, with the girl marriage, what are we talking about?
Partnership. Let's call it
marriage. Are we talking about getting to know someone, dating, or are we talking about like, all right?
He talks about before playing the role of husband.
So that's marriage. Yeah.
All right. So marriage is the goal, right? Now we're throwing out a lot of these numbers: 2 weeks, 3 months, all these type of things, right? And we're talking for a lifetime. The lifetime part. I don't have anything that I've had all my life. Shirts, shoes, the only thing I've known that I have all my life is my parents and my siblings, my sister. So bringing someone from anywhere into my life, and to say that, all right, it's been 2-3 weeks. Let's move down this direction. It's one of those things where it's like I'm trying to wrap my head around it because you don't want to make a mistake. And when you're married,
Hi guys, I hope you enjoy Mask Off. Kindly remember to click the subscribe button. I think it's somewhere here. Okay, I know it's somewhere down there. So click the subscribe button if you want to get notifications once the next episode is live. Remember that you can drop your comments in the comment box if you have any feedback, any questions you would like us to answer, or anything you want us to talk about. You can always drop it in the comment box. Most importantly, man, come on, hit that like button. You want to hit the like button. This is actually going to help us get the videos out there so more people can watch and be part of this fun that we're having in this room. And you know, it's going to be fun. It promises to be more fun, more information, and you know, talk about things that really might not be important, but important. You get what I'm saying? So come on, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you want to get more of the episodes or notification on the episodes once it goes live. And we promise to keep it fun. Thanks, and I'm out of here.
Why rush anything that you want to last forever?
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. But now that's just more context to it, because saying, 2 weeks you've been talking for 6 hours or whatever, but this 6 hours doesn't equate to me that for a lifetime of love, care, of getting to know what makes you tick or what makes you what carries you throughout the day. So I think that's like the focal point where people may be missing each other and not trying to actually get that connection.
How long do you actually think it would take for a guy to get to that point? Because ladies, we pretty much know when we like a guy, we're here. Like we know, and we're willing to
someone. I got a perfect answer because I think I'm in this space. I think it's not about a time for a guy; it's about a moment. Because it's like, I'm sure guys could have probably been married 3 or 4 times over. But once you meet that right person, and you're in that right space in your life, because as a guy, you want to make sure that you're bringing everything to the table. You want to make sure that you're not, being a burden to another person. So you want to have your things in order, your house, your finances, your mindset, because it's a life-changing atmosphere to make that transition for a guy. So I don't think that's the right person. I don't think that's the right conversation. I don't think it's the right thing. A guy needs to just be in that specific moment in his life where he's saying, I'm ready.
Yeah.
And that's kind of just a
long time for men.
Sometimes a man is always not ready.
Sometimes it's possible. Yeah, because a lot of people, because it's a situation no one has experienced before. That's unknown.
But
So I do want to say, right, I got this, one of my favorite quotes I probably heard when I was like 14, and it's by this Indian author. He's like world renowned. I can't remember his name right now. He said the problem with people on this side, like our side, like I live in the United States, even I think this applies to a lot of people around the world. So the problem is that we're all in such a rush for the future that when we get there, we're not present for it. You know what I'm saying? So like, with that being said, I know the questions. It says like, basically marriage is the goal. And at what point do you think you should be showing someone? You should be showing someone basically, I'm a wife or I'm a husband. And I think it all starts like with the intent, right? I think now that I'm older, any woman that I meet, like I think I spoke about it previously, like, is that every woman I meet now from the rip, I'm telling her my intentions. Yes. So if you and this people want to fool around, of course I know why I wouldn't want to get married. I mean, they want kids. They plan their wedding before they even 18. You know what I'm saying? Every woman wants to get married. Think about it. That's the goal. That's the end to the to their life. I feel like every woman wants marriage. You know what I mean?
Okay. Before that, when you say you telling them your intentions, right?
What I want with her.
Mm-hmm. So what are you saying? I want to marry you? Right?
No. Regardless of what my intentions are.
Oh, so you're gonna say you're gonna be a fill blank? Hey, this is just fun or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think when people are honest, because we're not honest, like human beings by nature, we don't have that thing. A lot of people care about, well, if I tell this person who I really am, they might not like this version of me. And so a lot of people will pretend for a while, or some people do it to protect themselves. A lot of reasons why people don't reveal themselves at first sight. But me personally, from my experiences, now I feel like the best way to go about it for me, I don't think that's how it works for everybody, is to like, when you meet a woman, like, listen, I like your vibe, I just want to be friends, strictly friends. I want to be your friend, nothing else. Why I want to have friendship with benefits. Why I just want us to be fuck buddies. Why I just want, you know what I mean? Whatever the case may be, like.
You ever meet a woman and not know what you wanted?
Well, actually, no. That's not true. That's never happened to me. So when I see a girl, let me say this. No. See that's like maybe if maybe I can remember maybe back to my childhood maybe where it's like, but and like me as like a man now, like if I see a girl in the club, I'm late. You turned up. Are you looking for your wife in the club? Keep it a buck. Nah, you trying to have a good time. You trying to talk to a beautiful woman, and if y'all feeling each other, the vibe is right, or what it is to be.
You're in the club, and she happens to be on that night. She's not a clubber.
Mm-hmm.
You happen to, you get to know her. Conversation starts. You realize she's not the person you thought she was because she was in that setting. Different person altogether. So because you met her in the club, you stamped her as that.
No. This is what I'm saying. Let me break it down to you, right? So when we're in the club, again, when your initial interaction with that person, the intent comes up. You know what I'm saying? And most of the time when I'm out, I know most women, like, I was sitting at the bar one time, I'm drinking water now because I've been drinking a lot. So I'm drinking water because I want to be responsible to drive home. Real talk, this girl says to me, no, I'm sorry. No, I wasn't. I'm kind of in my head. I wasn't really at the camera. But it's like, we started to, basically exchange words, flirt, what the kids would be. And she said something to her friends, like, something. I was like, what would I do? Like, handle, you know what I mean? Something like that. So I was like, we talking back and forth. And she was like, you kind of giving me creep vibe. I said, wow, keep this. I ain't saying nothing sexual to her, nothing. Listen, we're not gonna talk about it. Right? I'm comfortable in who I am, right? So I never have to come at women like that. But we was having a conversation. She's like, you giving me creep vibes. I said, well, I got, you know what I mean? It was funny, you know what I mean? Like, she's like, and then she's like, you're the only guy at the bar drinking water. You know what I'm saying? Keep this though, but a lot of times it is though.
Yeah, I know it's so. I know it's.
No. It is, bro. Here's the craziest part about it, though. A lot of women. I'm not trying to make this about women, but a lot of females, when they see an attractive man alone by himself, not approaching no woman, he's either gay or there's something wrong with him. What if I'm not? Now I know at this point in time, like in my life, I'm not trying to. Like, if I could just want to go out and just have a drink and look at pretty women, that's just what I want to do at the time. If I want to go out and today I want to look at pretty women and approach them, that's what I want to do. Now I don't want to make it at the bar. If you meet a girl in the supermarket, wherever you meet her, your intent, both parties, the intent has to be at the rip. Because then we're not trying to figure out so much when we're, you know what I mean, at some point. Now, I'm not saying you want to tell somebody I want to marry you. You don't want to marry nobody. If you see somebody that you feel like you want to be, see what you can get with them to lead somewhere where it gets to be. You let them know. Listen.
So truthfully, if you meet a girl and as a guy you want to have friends with benefits, you of course you're not going to tell the girl you want to have friends with benefits.
You see, this is what I'm saying. This is my problem.
You get it down.
Yeah.
I want to push you with that. Go ahead. I want to push you.
With as a girl, are we going to be confident for a guy to tell me doesn't tell you?
It's not about you in this point. It's about me. Let me say this. No, let me tell you what I mean. I didn't mean it in that way. I'm sorry I came out of the way. I meant with the individual.
Okay.
So me, I'm choosing to be honest with you and tell you, listen, I just see you and this, I'm attracted to you and I just want to have sex. You know what I'm saying? It may be, listen, let me say this. It may be offensive to you, but you will appreciate it more that I didn't deceive you and say, okay, this is what I want. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I
you
like.
hardly find a guy who. Well,
No, I'm saying I haven't been that guy. I've deceived them. That's what I'm saying. The version of me right now. That's how I decided to approach things. Like, because keep it buck though. Let's be honest. If you, a lot of women, I heard this from a lot of older heads who told me, like, growing up, like, just to be honest with a woman, like, you don't know how far you can get with being honest with her. So women may not even know, like you said that, you don't think that's the type of woman you are. But if a man, the right guy comes to you and say, what's up? And say, yo, I just want to, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You don't know. And so we forever, real talk, we forever growing into learning, like, this, what I just spoke is something I've learned recently off of past experiences. Like, now I can't go into, like, okay, I know I just want to have sex. Why am I making her feel like I want a relationship? And I don't want you even calling me baby and all these different things now, because that's I think I talked about it, but it's traumatizing to me now for a female to call me baby if we're not in a baby stage. So a lot of people, so me, I'm not approaching a woman to want to be called baby or to want to be. I'm gonna let her know from the rip. I don't have nothing to offer you right now. And I know a lot of women see me and they see my characteristics and they think, well, this is a good guy. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. I'm a good dude. Hold on. I'm a good dude. I'm trying to keep up. But they
If
see.
give you the right words that you want to hear,
Yeah.
just the fact that.
There's one thing I heard. No, exactly. There's one thing I want to tell you. Men say, every man can use the same line and say the same exact thing to a woman. Right? But we all don't have the same intent behind it. So peep this. I can tell you, yo, you're so gorgeous. You know what I'm saying? I really mean it. Like, you're beautiful. A man can just be telling you gorgeous because he thinks that's what you want to hear. And if that's really what you want to hear, he's in there. You understand what I'm saying? So like, and the reason why y'all are traumatized now because most guys just saying you're pretty. He just complimenting you just so just to get it. So when a woman hears that from a guy, she's
yeah, that's why you gotta come different.
That's what I'm saying. But yeah, I think we won't have a lot of.
So at the dating stage, right? I'm gonna bring us right back to the conversation. We get to the dating stage. At what point does it become too much? Because you just made mention you don't want to call you baby.
Yeah. I think, but we never get to that point. She's never my baby.
Yeah, you said so.
That's what I'm saying. Because
we're going into it with a different intention.
Yeah. So regardless, if we both from the rip state our intent, when we get to that stage, there's not a lot of misunderstanding.
Okay.
It's like,
what if you hate me and then she's calling you baby?
Call you baby. I love you, baby. That one thing you just took it all. That's different. Call me anything. You know what I mean? Whatever you feel like calling me.
That is called selective trauma. Don't call me
No, that's a different space. And I'm not even doing it.
The word baby gets ready.
Yeah, but you see what I'm saying though, because it's just solely emotional, and one is, you know what I mean, physical and emotional, you know what I mean? So,
yeah. But to answer your question, I think that, how do you know you're doing the most? When you're doing more than what we said we were. For example, if I say that, if we're in that dating stage, and now all of a sudden, you're telling me to come meet my parents. Going too much. I'm telling you, we're still dating.
In this segment, Paul, doing too much. I want you to meet my parents.
Juwon,
Doing too much.
I'm going to interject just to ask you one question. So you said when you're doing too much, right? What if you're both doing the same, and then to other people it might look like you're doing too much? So let's say, for instance, we're talking or dating, right? And then he's on the phone with his dad, right? and then he's like, he mentioned to his dad, I'm with, you know, this girl that I'm seeing, and the dad said, okay, let me talk to her, and he gives the girl the phone, right? So at that point, is that doing too much? If
That's different.
But you said that the energy is being matched.
it's being matched, yes.
So I think that point, it's okay because it's like sporadic, like it just kind of happens, right? Versus him planning, like how you come over my dad and say, you know, it's coming over. So I think that's different. Yeah. I think that's different.
So it's like random, spontaneous happenings, as long as you're matching the energy, I guess. So like, if his dad say, "Oh, let me talk to her," he could be like, "Yo, no, I don't think she's gonna feel that," or something like that. But
personally, like my first girlfriend, right? The way I am, my mom is extremely special to me. So you're not meeting her unless I feel like I can marry her, right? So my first girlfriend, the time when she met my mom, it wasn't planned. It's because we were in church. My mom was there, and she was with me. So like, okay, who's this? Other than that, she probably wouldn't have met her for at least another year. So at that time, I'm not gonna go to the back, go to the back. No. At that point, you know what I'm saying? She's gonna meet her. So, you know, if it happens, it happens. But don't nothing like that.
I have a question for the guys. Is the woman, the girlfriend, on your time on when you propose to her? Is she waiting on your time? Because you said it's when it's a moment that you feel. So basically, is she always on girlfriend duty? I mean, is she playing the role of a wife, waiting for you to propose? So until you're ready, when you're ready.
I think.
Is that fair? Is that fair? Is that fair? So now say if your moment.
Now remember,
Exactly.
he's doing the same husband role as well.
I get what you're saying, but a woman does not become married until he proposes. So when is his moment? What if 5 years go by or 6, and now she's like,
that's why you gotta have
that
that
conversation. And you would sit him down, you would know.
You gotta have that conversation. Like, listen, where are we? Like,
how long will this checkup go for? That's what she said.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
We can check up
Before
every
the
day.
conversation first, I was identifying that initially when you're in the, what's the first stage? The talking stage, you might want to check up every day or every other day. When you're dating, you might want to check up weekly, bi-weekly.
But after
relationship,
that,
3 months.
But in a relationship, once you are in a relationship, I feel like the men stop checking up. And now the woman starts to check up. So when are we getting married? When are we getting married? And that's when the role kind of changes.
But I think
I don't think so. I'm not gonna ask. Well, not married or. Some people, when they've been for years, they question like, so are we ever gonna get married? Are we gonna marry?
Yeah, I think
that's
women use a style to ask. They're like, you know, where do you see us going? Or where do you see us? So they use a style to ask. But I think that as a woman, you hold that power. If you've been like in that relationship state for 5 years, you're doing wifey things, doing husband things, and he's not proposing, you gotta ask that question, like, hey, are we wasting our time or not? And then you gotta decide, am I leaving or am I staying?
Yeah.
I mean, I think just to answer what he was saying, as a man, like fellas, let's keep it 100. You meet somebody, you in your mind, you know where you want this to go. If I meet her, talk to her, she's we're like-minded. Okay, I see myself, I can build a future with her. So let me stop playing games to see where we're going. Because that comes to a point where we're not getting younger. You want to start building that generational wealth, all that stuff going. You have to have that mindset, okay, this is who I want. Let me get to know her and let's see where things will go.
Yeah.
I do want to say, because sometimes you can miss on an opportunity playing around. And the good girl, when you leave you, you're not know. Honestly, I'm surprised that you don't want to know. If you're about to be with somebody, you got to know personal things that will help build the relationship. That's why I stand by where I stand now. And I was just surprised to hear people say no, but that's fine. That's personal opinions. But for me, I still stand by me needing to know when it comes to this topic. Like you're ready.
That's at the moment.
So you have to have that mindset. Talk to her, see where she's at too. Mentally, she has to feel you. Does she see a future with you? Yeah. You know, if she doesn't, you know that this is the right person that I want to make something happen.
But it's a moment, but the moment doesn't last forever. If you wait too long, she definitely leave.
So that moment in time, I just want to clarify that it don't apply to every man. Okay? I don't know if I view being with a woman as just a moment, right? You know what I mean? Of course, a moment just means this moment right here, and then there's another moment.
Moment of decision.
The moment we made a time, or the moment
in your life. Oh,
you're talking about the decision. So it's like you're talking about
it's like you're at a moment yourself. I have reached that. And you feel like, all right, I need to go to this another level, this other chapter in my life. You're at that space. So it's like whoever, I feel like it's like whoever may be around you at that time will be the ones that ends up getting married.
Let me tell you why.
Well, because like, I feel like everyone's like, you know, seeing their friends get married. I was like, oh, you married her? Or she married him? You know, it's like everyone has an idea of what a person could be with, who should be with. And when they get married, it's never the idea that comes to you. It's like, oh, I didn't see that person dating this person. You know, and it's not because of looks, beauty, or anything else like that.
I want to kind of put like I want to talk about like kind of like a root. Talk about the root of something. So like we have to talk about what marriage is or means to a man, right? Why a lot of men want to be married, right? We know why women. I feel like I know why women want to be married, right? Well, I don't say this.
Tell me why I want to be married.
So I don't. So first of all, I learned recently not all women want marriage. So let's before I get that out the way. For those that do want marriage, there are multiple reasons why a woman might want to be married. It could be her upbringing. She might just want what she saw. You know, her family. You know, marriage was just the thing growing up. You know what I'm saying? Or it might be how society influenced us through media, whether it's, you know, Cinderella or one of the different films about happiness and Romeo and Juliet and what's the other one? No, but you can understand what I'm saying. The Notebook. You know what I'm saying? They always paint this perfect picture, and women goes off of emotions and the feelings. So a lot of women that I learned recently, it was shocking to me that when I found out that some women don't want to be married. No, don't want to be married, because I really thought that was the goal for a lot of women. Now, to be honest, I believe initially, like a man without a woman does not sit by himself and say, I don't know, I've never heard about it. Me, I know my whole life, I wanted marriage. I wanted a marriage, and then when I learned that, number one, the success rate is 50%, and that marriage don't really mean nothing when you sign papers or whatever you mean. Now, it's supposed to mean something, don't get me wrong, but the proof, like what people showed me, like, I got married friends that cheat on their wives, you know what I'm saying? So, it's just like, and no, exactly, and also, now when a man doesn't want marriage, now listen, if a man does not want marriage, there's another way to look at it. If a man don't want marriage, but he wants you forever, he don't want marriage, but he wants you forever. True. You guys are not going to work out because your goal is the marriage. Steve already said one thing, which is the only thing I ever agree with this man on. I don't really mess with him on that. I mean, but he did say one thing. He said the wedding day or whatever, or marriage is the day of the woman's life, like a dream or something like that, right? And then the man's dream or like magical day is the moment he had. It's like him having her as his own. You know what I'm saying? Like that's his price. That's his woman already. Now, a lot of women feel like he has to put a ring on it before I'm fully his. That shit is like you understand what I'm saying? No, like it makes a lot of men feel like, well, then, what this ring, this thing that really don't mean anything. If we really want to talk about it,
so that's compromising for love.
And you got to, yo.
Yeah, you might not be.
A lot of people don't
have a picture of marriage like that, but because you love the person, like you said, want her forever. That is a step to take.
That's why I'm saying. Then to just add answer a question. That's why I feel that a lot of men get married. We get married to give the woman that day.
Oh, what they want.
You know what I'm saying? That's the goal. That's the goal. And so when you say that, the reason why more of the
I'm just showing up.
Yeah, exactly. But the reason why that's more of your expectations and things like that, what you should bring up more is because it means more to you than it means to us. We're doing it for you. Real talk. A lot of men are marrying you for you. Like, you're not doing it so much because you want to get married.
I got something to say to what the question you asked. The truth is that it's not fair, but life is it's like that. It's sometimes a man can actually have good intentions and really want to marry you,
and it will still not work.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Sometimes, so I think that's why I always say I focus more on his actions. I put my energy more to actually the man on the inside. Sometimes knowing it did not work, but it was actually good to me. I knew he wanted this, but for some reasons it might not even be the man, it could be me.
Yeah.
So sometimes, as much as you want to put your energy to it, I kind of leave that space of anything can happen. Anything. Not because he doesn't want to, not because I don't want to. Because life will happen. So not everything will lead to marriage, even though we work towards it. And sometimes the one we don't plan, we don't even date, we don't do anything. They do it and boom, it's a success.
Yeah.